track reviews.
Hey, hi, and hello, everyone. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you are doing well. And it's time for a track review. My thoughts on a brand new song and single that has just come out. We are going to be talking about this new Nas and 21 Savage song, One Mic, One Gun. Very excited to dive into this one. I'll tell you why in a second, right after we give a shout out to our sponsor, the good people over at The Ridge, who make these nice, nifty, fantastic watches. What? Watches. Yes, obviously on this channel we have talked about the Ridge's wallets a million times, but now they're doing timepieces. This thing is functional. It's built to last, just like me. Comes in a few different styles in a box with two bezels, two different straps, made from the same carbon and aluminum that many of the Ridge's key cases and wallets are. You can track up to 3 time zones with it, and apparently it's fully submersible in water. Look at that rugged bad boy. Check out the link below and use promo code MELON to get 10% off of your order. And that's all you got to know. Okay, let's dive into this Nas and 21 Savage track. Now, the reason I want to dive into this track is because recently there was a big hullabaloo made in the music press over some comments that 21 Savage threw out there about Nas and his relevancy and his fan base with his new album KD3 that he made with Hit Boy having just come out. However, after they gained the traction that they did, he seemed to reel them back a little bit, and it seems that we've reached a point where an olive branch has been extended. We're collaborating on a song, which I think is great of Nas, big of Nas. I mean, this is a guy who has been embroiled in some pretty intense beef in the past, but you do have to consider that that was in the past, and there are quite a few comments on his new album, KD3, about unity, one particular song about beef as well that, I think exposes a lot about his mindset on the topic these days. And true to his sentiments on this new KD3 record, he has come through and rather than making things worse, rather than adding fuel to the flames, he is cooling things down and deciding to bring him and 21 Savage together here, which again, I think is great personally. I think is great narratively, and we're about to spin this track and find out if it's great artistically. Because, I mean, there is always the chance that this song does not come out very, very, very good. But even if that is the case, even if that does happen, I'm still happy that this occurred. It's still legitimately pretty cool. But I have a sneaking suspicion this will turn out to be decent. I think 21 Savage is one of the more solid features you can get as far as rappers who broke in the 2010s goes. And Nas has been warming up to a lot of newer artists and newer sounds and the production that he's been writing these days. So, I don't see how this could fail. One mic, one gun. Let's give it a spin. Nice. Good energy, good chemistry, good vibe. Not a super strong chorus or anything like that, but a decent structure with a mini verse from 21 to start. Nas comes through with a full verse. 21 comes through again with a full verse. Nas kind of ties things up with a handful of bars on the back end. So it is like a fair and equal trade of time across the track. As far as the beat goes, very peppy, very positive, feels like a sunny day with all of these really sweet horn licks and hand drums sampled throughout the cut. There's a little food for thought on the track here and there, like when 21 Savage is rapping a bit about long-term thinking and financial planning. Topically and lyrically, Nas pretty much seems to be locked in to the same frame of mind and attitude that he has been on all the recent King's Disease records, which is not surprising. That celebratory feel, that desire for unity, that want to kind of flaunt not just his success, but his longevity, remind people of the fact that he and hip-hop at large have survived all these various societal threats. Nas has a few moments where he's seemingly looking forward to the future of the genre, looking at the South, looking at the younger generation. 21 Savage reminds us that he's not trying to go against a legend, he's trying to be next in line. Really the only moments of the track that I would say were lacking for me was 21's intro, as far as like delivery and flow, was a little rough because he does tend to be so understated a lot of the time. It doesn't exactly like deliver the largest amount of fire right off the bat. But some of his lines about having King's disease but moving like a knight was cute, though I did find it kind of odd he attempted to rhyme relevance with integrity. Then there was the ending, which I suppose was fine given how Nas repeated some previous bars and brought it back around a little bit. Not a whole lot of ambition on the structural or writing end on this thing. The track seemed, again, like it had a good energy, somewhat decent chemistry with all these lyrical references going back and forth between Nas and 21 Savage. But it's not like they teamed up on a super focused theme or concept or anything like that. You know, this kind of seemed like an attempt to bury the hatchet, at least for the perspective of the fans. I'm sure post whatever 21 Savage said, that Nas wasn't really feeling that strongly about the whole thing, that 21 Savage didn't have it out for Nas when he was saying what he was saying. But at least from the way the fans reacted and the press reacted, it seemed like, yeah, there was like a lot of heat there. There was a lot of drama. And again, totally respect these guys for coming through with this track and trying to, you know, just tone things down, essentially, and not allowing anyone's ego to get the better of them here. So yeah, that's it. You know, decent track, fun track, cool track, interesting crossover. Glad it happened. Let me know what you guys thought of this song down in the comments when you check it out for yourselves. And yeah, that's going to be it. Anthony Fantano, Nas, 21 Savage, One Mic, One Gun, forever.